Let's just start with all of us doing ASMR.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Oh, no.
One time.
I actually tried explaining ASMR to my wife one time,
Yeah.
and she just didn't get it. And
ASMR is gross, though.
Here's a
I mean-
water bottle.
yeah,
People
I don't,
like it to, like, listen to when they fall asleep. Yeah, and they'll do, like... and
Here's
they'll go,
me eating chips.
This is me smacking my lips.
And after that, well, welcome to the Somewhat Original Podcast.
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
That was quite the conversation for the intro.
Yeah.
That was the
Imagine
intro? Are we
it's like-
sticking with that?
It's
for
like
being the
15
intro?
minutes long.
Oh, I mean, not the whole 15 minutes,
Okay.
but we'll put some of it into the
Okay.
intro. Everyone will be confused. What the heck's going on?
What's a mukbang?
So, yeah, ASMR. It's some interesting stuff. I don't like it.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's not
understand
for
it
me.
personally either.
Yeah.
I would like to know what the obsession is, though, because there's like mukbang. Gosh, you said that, now it's stuck in my head. There's ASMR channels on YouTube that have like 40 million subscribers and
Jeez.
stuff.
Making
Probably not that
bank,
much.
just
But-
touching a microphone in a weird way and,
Yeah, I don't
and like
know.
making weird sounds that everyday sounds that you can do yourself.
Well, if we can make money with doing it, let's do it too.
yeah.
I have a problem too with that because like I hate people chewing and stuff, so it's like it would just make me cringe like listening to that garbage.
Here's some keys next to the microphone.
Yeah.
Does that sound soothing to you?
But imagine like your job is just to make noises in front of a microphone.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Easy.
I mean, we do make noises too. We just
Well, yeah,
we're
but
talking, but
it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit more brain power than just like, let me grab my keys and jingle them. People will like that.
yeah, that's
you
true.
know?
Yeah. Oh well. It's a good thing we're not doing ASMR. So
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe
Unless
one day.
the audience really wants us to.
Yes, if you request it, we most likely still
I
won't do it.
wonder. Yeah, I wonder like whose voice would be most fitting for ASMR
Well, I've
between
heard
the three of
that
us.
you have like the most soothest voice. Like I've literally heard that
Huh.
from people. They're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Drake has like this very soothing, like deep voice." So I feel like out of us three, it would be definitely you.
Oh,
I've
I
heard
thought
that
it was-
before too. I don't know why though.
I
don't
thought
think
it would be
I'd-
either you two. I can't do it. I just
No, I don't think I can do it.
You'd be like,
I think Daniel
here,
could do a good
give
voice.
do your best try at ASMR.
At ASMR.
Yeah.
No, man, you're putting me on the spot. I
Just
don't know if I
it.
can do this.
Just say anything. It doesn't matter.
Hi, this is
I can't
the ASMR plumber. Here to,
talk about plumbing.
here to fix all your plumbing needs.
Okay.
So, whenever you have a hose bib or a faucet for outside, it actually is like leaking. There's a way you can fix that, and I'll show you how in this podcast right now.
It sounds a little bit more like NPR, I
video.
guess. Yeah.
Well, and I gotta be more not whispering though.
I
Okay,
guess.
ladies and gentlemen, today we will be fixing a hose bib.
Yeah.
It'll be
That's what-
very.
Yeah, I can see that.
Please make sure to never leave your hose on the hose bib during the winter time. It will cause freezes, and then I have to come and fix it.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yes.
It is.
Drake, let's hear your best ASMR voice.
Oh wait. Hi. One time at band camp. Just kidding. That joke isn't good. It's also inappropriate for this podcast. Like all the mouth noises. I guess that's what they like. It's like I'm gonna go to sleep. Like I wonder if anyone's fallen asleep doing the ASMR stuff.
Yep.
I just.
I mean, with my whispering, I thought it was actually about to fall
Like
asleep.
wake
It
you
was
up?
like putting me to sleep.
I guess it is. It does work. So you do have the best voice. You almost put Tanner to sleep.
I don't know. Here, Daniel, let's hear you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it. All right. Hello and welcome to another ASMR episode. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below in the video. Here's me tapping my microphone.
Phew. I was falling asleep.
Do you
man.
feel relaxed? Do you feel sleepy?
It's like you're a hypnotist or something.
I don't know. I think his like
Mm.
low voice like really gets it there though.
Yeah, I
That's
think
why
so.
I think it is.
Smooth jazz.
It's like
Tune in.
it vibrates my eardrums
Wait, do
very well.
do
That's why I
like
did
as if you're a radio guy, like for a jazz
Oh
station.
yeah. Let's listen to some smooth jazz.
Our next
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Our next song is by the infamous BB King.
Tanner the Plum Dumber. Oh yeah.
I was trying to do a jazz song. It wasn't working out very well.
Anyway, so what's going on with you?
That
guys?
is not our
Anything,
topic today, by the way.
Anything?
No,
Yeah, I don't know why we got onto that.
I don't know what it got us to the ASMR. But yeah, no. We're gonna be talking about shows or movies that we misjudged.
Whoa, what a somewhat original idea.
I know.
It was Daniel's idea, man. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like
Thanks.
shows that like maybe you saw that people liked it or something and you thought, ooh, that's garbage. And then you finally watched it for yourself and then you said, that's the good stuff,
You're
boy.
Obsessed. This is my show.
Yeah.
Yeet.
So I just want to get some rules down here. Are we doing like just TV shows? Or are we doing movies as well?
Yeah, we could do movies.
yeah, whatever, I guess.
Okay, because I had a couple movies as well, and so you
Well, start
said
us
shows,
off.
and so you scared me there for a little bit.
Shows is easier to put in a title.
Slow shows.
A movie is a show, though, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
go to see a show at
I
the
feel
movie
like
theater.
that's a Utah thing, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Utahns say, "Oh, I love that show" when it's like a movie. I don't get it.
That's
I don't-
true. I've heard that before.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I've never said that about a movie before. Like, whoa, what a great show.
But I feel like that's more of the older generation too. Like,
I don't
man,
know.
I
I've
really
heard a lot of
enjoyed that show.
yeah. Well, I've heard a lot of young people say it too. So I don't know.
Well, I believe it would just kind of originate from like maybe plays and stuff like that as shows.
Those
Just a
theater
bunch of
Yeah, the theater.
pioneers.
Yeah, but I guess some shows that I'm thinking of or movies. I'm thinking of the ones that I heard were good and that they were actually kind of bad, and I didn't like them very much. Avatar was one of them.
The blue people avatar.
The Blue People Avatar.
No, thank you, Blue People
So
Avatar.
You heard it was good.
Yeah, everyone
But it
was
was bad.
everyone was telling me, "Oh, it's the best thing."
Oh, you mean
since-
the other way? You mean it sucked?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't.
okay.
I didn't like it at all, to be honest.
I thought you meant you heard it was good and then it ended up being good. I was like, that's not the thing. But yeah, that
no,
makes
I
sense.
heard it was good, but I personally just did not like it. It just was weird and
It's Pocahontas with blue people.
Pretty much. That's
Wow,
what
yeah.
a lot of people say.
The only thing that's like
I didn't even think of
original
that,
about
yeah.
that is like the CG looked amazing for the time.
And I think that's what
It
people
still
were like.
holds up today.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
really good. It looks like it looks real. And that's cool, but the story is garbage. I mean, whatever. But it was fun to watch it in theaters and that like
Especially in 3D.
yeah, in
Yeah.
3D it was really cool.
I guess I was okay with that, but like the whole storyline based off, and
Yeah.
like I still can't believe it's like one of the best like money makers.
Yeah, it was like top movie.
Top movie in the box
until
office.
Endgame.
Yeah. Just absolutely insane. I think it shouldn't have been that amazing.
Oh yeah.
Or like everyone's saying,
Well,
"Oh, it's
now-
so
Well,
cool."
like if you movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like stuck in certain movies. He hasn't been like watching that kind of movie or any other new movie for a long time because
Or like
so many.
I
better
felt the
movies out
same
there.
way when people would say like Inception's their favorite movie. Inception's good, I will say, but
Yeah,
I mean it's
It's not
not
stellar.
it's not that good. It's
Yeah.
not Interstellar.
I think I watched.
Got him.
I think I
Um,
watched that movie like twice.
Yeah.
And that's been good
I-
enough for me.
I liked it, but I didn't love it. And then also people will be like, it's so hard to understand.
We're talking about Inception.
And I'm like, what's hard to understand? Like, are you
It's a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream.
like,
Wow.
what's there not to get?
It's they're just dreaming. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, the people that don't get it, they're dreaming.
Yep. Another one is Firefly.
You didn't like that.
I did not.
Okay.
I felt like it was the slowest, most boring show.
Can I tell you a secret?
Ever. Yeah.
Everyone, like all my nerd friends, say Firefly is like the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
I have tried it 5 times in my life.
The
I'm not
entire
even
season,
kidding.
5 times.
No, not the whole season.
Oh.
I can't even get past the first episode.
Yeah, that was me.
It is so freaking boring, and I have no idea what's going on in it.
Huh. Yeah,
It's
I've heard
so
it was
boring.
a huge thing, and then they dropped it because it only has 1 season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
they
think it's
dropped
like
it
13
early.
episodes too.
Yeah, like the producers were like, no, sorry, we canceled the show, and people were upset, like
Yeah.
legit upset. And
But
people
yeah,
are still
like in
upset
geek
about it.
culture, like that's like the end all be all, that show. And
Yeah.
it is so boring.
I agree. Yeah.
That's interesting. I haven't seen it yet, so and I've been meaning to kind of give it a chance.
No, good luck.
Maybe I'll give it a 6th try. I mean, I seriously can't get past the first like 20 minutes because it's just like so boring. It's so boring.
You'll be asleep as quick as me listening to you doing ASMR.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Another one that I was thinking of just recently. I watched the new Scoob movie. The
Scoob.
trailer like really made it look like it was going to be kind of more of an origin kind of
Yeah.
a story, and I thought that was going to be kind of cool. I mean, just see how Scooby-Doo and Shaggy meet and how they become a gang.
Mhm.
That was literally done in the first like 4 minutes of the movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and then the rest of it was
How does it happen?
they like just meet up pretty much.
That's it?
Yeah,
It's like Han Solo meeting Chewbacca. Like, oh, there it is.
Hey.
like Scooby and Shaggy, they just like, or Scooby's like running away from the police, and then Shaggy's
Why
like,
is he running from the
he
cops?
was like,
dude?
I think he like stole something or grabbed something, and
Who's
so
a thief?
Yeah, what the heck?
I can't remember. I honestly
Whoa.
only lost interest in it pretty quickly.
So there was a bad enough movie they can't even remember it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I watched it like 2 months
Yeah, I
ago
have no
too.
interest.
So yeah,
interest in seeing
You,
it.
did you see it in theaters?
no, I rented it, or actually I bought it because I was like, oh, it's a Scooby Doo
Oh,
movie. I
yeah.
might actually like it,
Oof.
and then yeah,
That sucks when that happens. That's like the we bought a movie for like Halloween, Don't Breathe. I think you watched it with us.
Oh, yeah.
And we bought it because we were like, oh, I'm sure it's good, and it sucked.
yeah, and I mean, this was the point where movie theaters were closed, so
Right.
it just didn't actually work out, and so we're just like, yeah, we'll just buy it, and hopefully we'll like it because both me and my wife like Scooby Doo and like
Mhm.
the older movies, but yeah,
Did you like a pup named Scooby Doo?
I don't know if I remember that one.
Is that a show?
It's
or
a
movie?
show, yeah. It was like I think it was from around the time when they were doing like Muppet Babies and stuff. I think.
Hmm.
But I liked that one. And I liked Scooby Doo. I liked when like the Globetrotters were there and stuff. Or like Batman would be there. You'd be
oh,
like,
man, those were the classics.
Batman's
good ones.
helping Scooby Doo? That's crazy.
Yeah, those are some good ones, but yeah, that definitely was not my pick of movie.
Well,
For
what
those.
what else was it that sucked?
I mean, it was just more of like a superhero movie more than anything, and they like were basing it off of a superhero that I didn't know much about.
Really?
Yeah, their superhero that was their idol, I guess.
Oh.
Huh.
So it's like some fake superhero. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all fake, but a
Yeah.
fake
But
one.
was there like still like a mystery, like the normal like Scooby Doo type story,
Yeah.
or is it just like superheroes?
Yeah, they had like a store, like an actual like mystery that they had to solve, and honestly,
Did they say
I can't remember.
did they say I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you?
I think at the very
Meddling.
beginning they did, when they met up for the first time and solved their first mystery together real
Yeah.
quick in the first 4 minutes. So.
So what's worse, Scoob or the Scooby Doo movies from the early 2000s?
Oh, I loved those movies. I thought they were some of the
Kind of
best
creepy.
movies. No, they're creepy, but still good.
Like Scrappy. Do you remember when
Oh
Scrappy
my
turns
gosh,
into a big
Scrappy
monster?
too was like, yeah, that, was pretty
hilarious.
scary.
That's hilarious. It horrified me in the theater. He like just turned into this huge thing, and I was like, "This is a nightmare."
I thought it was hilarious. I'm like,
Really?
that's Scrappy Doo, and he's a monster.
Well,
now.
and they made Scrappy evil. I'm like, bruh, he's never been evil.
Well, in that one they did.
Okay,
And it
so
was
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Sorry, I kept sidetracking you.
Do I want to do the ones that I thought were going to be bad but actually good?
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
Okay. So I thought these are like more recent ones. Umbrella Academy.
Ooh.
I just saw the trailer for the new season, so that made me more interested and remember about it. But I had a lot of friends tell me, "Oh, you gotta watch Umbrella Academy. You gotta watch it, and it's so good." And I'm like, eh. But then one night, I just was like, I had nothing else to watch, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch Umbrella Academy. I think is probably one of the best like shows, like superhero
Whoa,
shows.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
thought it was pretty good.
a week or two ago, like, you sent me a thing on Facebook of like the trailer for the second season, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay. But I need to see it.
I was gonna
'cause-
say, I honestly thought you'd already seen it.
Yeah, well,
I thought you were one of the people to tell me.
you
to
would
watch it.
assume because I like the superhero crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, I don't know. It wasn't on my radar really. Like I heard that it was good, but I don't know. But I'm sure I'll like it.
Yeah.
To me, it's fine. Not too excited for his second season.
Oh, really?
I thought it was a decent like show, and like it doesn't have any problems. It just doesn't speak to me as much as I feel like it speaks to a lot of people. And
Okay.
like I don't even remember much of it. Like I remember there's this big beefy hairy dude, and like somebody dies, and like spoilers. Excuse me.
Oh my gosh.
And some weird things happen at the very end of the episode where I'm like, what is happening? I did like the kid. I think is 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like him a lot.
Yeah.
But the rest I was like,
Yeah,
it's
I thought
pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. It kept me on my seat, like the edge of my seat, pretty much throughout the whole season. I like honestly, it's been at least almost a year. It seems like since they had it.
How many
Yeah, it's been a
episodes is it?
while.
I think it's like 10.
Yeah, it's not that
Oh, that's
long.
manageable.
Yeah.
I had planned to watch it before we did this episode because it's one that like I just wasn't really interested in.
Mm-hmm.
But I hadn't. It's because I hadn't heard about it being good from like any friends until
Oh.
you said that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so I thought that one was good. I guess I'm thinking about a lot of Netflix shows. Lock and Key was another one that I thought was actually pretty good.
Never heard of that one.
I heard it was trash, but
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I thought it was just another one that I thought was actually pretty good.
I guess I heard it from the people that had like read the comic. So
Oh, I haven't read the comics, so that's
what is it?
so it's pretty
it's
much
about this. So the whole time there's a key, and it's like 8 hours of a key just going towards the lock. Just like 8 hours of it. You just see this key, all right? And then they have like music that just kind of builds over time. So at first it's a little bit like ambiance, it's like. And then as it goes on, it turns into a full orchestral thing. And then at the very end, the lock opens the key. Or the key opens the lock. I'm stupid. I can't freaking talk. That's the
Girl
whole
enters
show.
her apartment.
wow. That was a very good explanation of the whole
I've
show.
always wanted
Wow.
to know what it looks like when a key gets into a lock.
Yeah. Well, now you more than know.
Well, it turns out like this. So this guy like dies, and his family moves into the house. Like I can't remember if it was like his. I think it was like nieces and nephews, or something like that. But and it's the last name of the family is Locke.
Oh.
And so, but the house itself has like a whole bunch of different locks that are like hidden throughout the house.
It's a bit
And
on the nose.
the kids like can hear where the keys are. Like you like hear like little whisperings and things like that.
Oh, like
And so
Professor Xavier
Well,
mind thing.
It's like
kind of.
I'm like trying to understand it. So.
Yeah, well, they can just hear like little whisperings, and then they'll find
Oh.
like it'll get louder when they get near a key.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so then they get to the key, and then it'll actually kind of have the symbol on the handle of the key,
So what's the
and it
point?
matches the lock, because you can't just put it into whatever lock you want.
Wow, this is exactly like what I was describing.
Be patient, I'm explaining here.
Okay.
But the locks do different things. Like one of them, you actually like pull your like the spirit from your body, and you can like fly around and go around and look at different things and pretty much practically be a ghost and go see what everything else is whatever else is going on. There's another one where you can go inside your own mind and like go through your memories and read and look and watch different things about what's happened.
So
in
what's
your
the
past.
point?
Well, there's evil people that want those keys because some of them you can actually like control people's minds
And
do
only
different
those
things
kids
like
can
that.
find them?
Well, yeah, only the Locke family can find them.
Oh.
So they're using them.
And so
Interesting.
the people, the bad people, are like they know the keys exist, they know what they can do,
Yeah.
but they can't find them at first.
Huh.
The kids they end up having to give them. The kids have to give them to those people.
What would you rate this show out of 10?
I'd say it's like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. This is another show that really just kept me on the edge of my seat.
What do you consider 10 out of 10? I'm curious.
10 out of 10. Community, Office.
Hey, Community, that's that good stuff, boy.
Throwback to some of our old episodes.
Check them out.
I'm trying to think what else I would consider like a 10.
I'm just curious.
King of the Hill was actually a pretty good one. Malcolm in the Middle. Just kind of those.
Malcolm and the Malkies.
Dang it, Bobby.
But I don't know. Yeah, that's just a few that I can think of off the top of my head.
Cool.
That was kind of a
Well, that's a
Cool
sweet
guy.
show. And you said that's on Netflix?
on Netflix as well.
Lock and Key, right?
Lock and Key. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So
It's just a key going to a lock for 8 hours.
8 out of 10.
and then the last one I can think of, and it was Drake. You got me into it. Was the Tick.
Oh, yeah.
Like the animated series? Or
No.
like the live action?
It was
They
a
have an
live
Amazon.
Amazon
thing.
Prime.
I liked it. I never finished the second season though. Did you?
I finished it, but then I really lost interest when I found out they canceled after the second season.
That's so dumb.
Like,
It's
they don't have
funny
any new
though.
stuff.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's
First
kind of
season is really good.
it's kind of like stupid slapstick sometimes, and it like makes fun of superheroes and all that. But
Well, I mean, that was what the Tick was
Yeah.
back in the day.
I watched an
Huge
episode or
parody.
two actually of the TV show from the 90s with Patrick Warburton from
Oh, yeah?
Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
And it's got like kind of a similar thing. It's funny. Like it's stupid, but it's just like a good time. And
Yeah.
you don't have to think about it too much, honestly.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look it up and actually watch it. But
I
yeah.
mean, like the Amazon one is the same. It's
Yeah.
just a good time. And
Yeah.
they have like assassin boat or whatever his name is.
Yep.
It's so dumb. The boat's like alive as like AI or something, and
Oh,
he'll talk to you and everything, and
it's just like named Assassin Boat or something like that.
it seems like he has an attraction to someone too.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember who it was.
Oh, it was the Arthur.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like attracted to Arthur.
That's right. It's so dumb that it's like good.
okay.
Yeah, it's really sad they canceled it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So.
But yeah, those are ones that I got.
Okay. I just have a few really. So I didn't really put any down that like were ones that everyone overhyped for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't really think of any. I can discuss that some other time, I guess. But I just kind of put shows and like one movie that I could think of. So for the ones that I misjudged and thought they were garbage before, I could say it about like all anime series. I'd say like the biggest one though was Death Note,
Yeah.
because I remember when it was like on TV and like going to Best Buy and they had like these like Death Note. They had like a DVD thing of it, and I remember seeing in like like middle school or whatever it was. Like kids that like had a Death Note with them, or like they dressed really weird, and I thought they were just freaking weirdos, man. But after watching that show, it's like one of my very favorite shows like ever, not just like anime series,
Right.
What are you trying to get me into anime or something?
yeah, just one of like the best shows there are, really. Because the biggest thing about that show is that it's looking at like two different schools of thought and what justice is. So like, essentially the plot is this kid finds a thing called a death note. Whoop-de-doo. And
Is it a note about death?
and what you do is you can write anyone's name
You're ignoring
in it.
me. I see how it is.
You can write anyone's name in it and they'll die. And you can like specify like how they die or whatever. So he thinks like that's what justice is, and then another character comes along later. I don't want to spoil it for anyone because it's such a good show, but another character comes along and he opposes that with his own kind of justice.
Basically, the show is like a detective show, but you're in the eyes of the antagonist.
It's like cat and mouse, and it's like the best cat and mouse ever. It's like so tense, so good.
Imagine too if you had like the motivations of Thanos into like the antagonist, and you're following this person. So it's like you kind of have this like thought of like, man, I hope this guy kind of wins.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're kind of rooting for the hero, the protagonist. But it's more, the story's more focused on what the antagonist is doing.
Yeah, but you kind of like, you want the guy that's just killing people to win. Sometimes
it's weird, but it's really well done.
But yeah, it's
interesting.
It's really like a philosophical show, I feel like. So yeah, I could say that about any freaking anime. I mean, like the first anime I ever watched was Dragon Ball, and I didn't love it. But then I watched Dragon Ball Z, and then I watched the whole series, and I was like, man, that was a freaking good time, because it's just about, I'm sure you know who Goku is. It's just him, like he gets stronger every time, fights a new villain. And then it's just like about him getting stronger and stronger, and that sounds dumb, but it ends up being like really good. Sure. I think. Anyway, another show, I watched it recently actually. So my wife was actually watching this, and then we decided to like watch it together. Like she wanted to watch it again. She loved it so much. Up until like the season she hadn't seen, so it was pretty fun. But it's Schitt's Creek.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, and it's that one's really fun. At first I thought, and I guess this sounds like bad, but I thought it was like a girly show or something.
That's what I assumed too.
Yeah.
It's like a romantic.
Yeah, it's not. It's pretty funny. It's a good laugh, and it's got a lot of heart in it too. So you like end up really caring about these people. It's like Arrested Development if they weren't such a-holes.
Okay.
Because you end up caring about them a lot.
Yeah.
Where I don't feel like you feel that way in Arrested Development. But it's
interesting. I feel like Netflix is gonna need to start sponsoring us now. The all shows that we're talking about
telling,
that are on Netflix.
Go to Netflix and watch all these shows.
Everything's on Netflix. Death Note's on Netflix. Watch Death Note.
I think
watch
I need to change
now.
my list too, because I think all of mine are on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's
because Netflix surprises us.
Yeah,
you
guess
think
so.
a lot of the shows you think they're gonna be kind of low budget and not good, but they're actually good.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good comedy. Like if you want a good sitcom that you can kind of just like have a good time with, Schitt's Creek's one to go with. And then so here's another one that like for years I thought it was just kind of dumb and kiddie, and it was the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah,
I was just thinking about that.
Really?
That's hilarious.
Because like when I was when it was on TV, I was like, well, why watch that? It seems weird. And like the animation looked weird. I still think it looks kind of weird.
Oh yeah,
honestly,
it is very funky.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's strange, but yeah, the Clone Wars. That's another good one, and it's all like canon, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of like helps it be more cool to me. Honestly, I don't know why that helps it, but it just does, because it's like this is definitively what happened between 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think
Star Wars.
I think the first season was definitely not
First season's
up
bad.
to par. It was very bad.
It's very struggle town.
But I think it really got me and Heather, or my wife, like really interested in it when they started bringing Darth Maul into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
That was a good-
Spoiler alert. But, I mean, it's a pretty old show now.
Yeah, it is.
And then just a random note I heard about, like the Misfit group.
I saw that.
Bad Bunch or something?
The
Or-
Bad Batch. Yeah.
The Bad Batch, yeah. So they're actually making a
Making a
new TV
Yeah.
series of
I
that
had
on
wondered like
Disney
why
Plus.
they focused on them so much on that last season.
I don't know if they were like planning it on it at that point, but I
Yeah.
think it was that just because so many people liked it, liked them,
It
and their
could be,
storyline,
yeah.
they decided that they're gonna just actually make a new one.
It's got that show though has got some really cool moments and like stuff that like made my jaw drop,
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Yeah.
that last season. Like,
That last
the
season
amount of
was insane.
effort they put in is incredible.
Yeah,
It's weird like it's not a show that I never thought that I ever
No.
thought I'd actually watch.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I like love it. It's one of like the best shows there is too.
yeah.
And
I think they really tried to like go for kids at that when they first started.
Yeah,
and I
probably.
think that was the
I
problem.
feel like the episodes when they focus like solely on the clones are kind of boring.
yeah,
Really?
Except for there's like that one team that's
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
super
yeah.
awesome.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that's like probably the one.
but
of the best,
it's the ones where it's just like a random amount of
Squad,
clones and
yeah.
like they're doing some military thing. You're like, "Phew, snore."
that or when it's following like the droids and they're doing their
Yeah.
own, like
or when
little
Jar Jar
mission.
Binks comes.
Oh yeah,
Gosh.
that one droid plot was really weird
Oh,
where
yeah.
they went to like different planets.
Yeah, that one was weird. And then Jar Jar Binks, and you find out he
Yeah.
had a girlfriend.
Someone's gotta love him. I mean, whatever.
Misa thinks not.
Nice.
All right, and then the last thing I have is a movie. So you may not know this, but I did not see The Dark Knight in theaters because
Wow.
when it came out, I heard from everyone like how dark it was and how bad it was and like how evil it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Well, I
How
don't
bad it was.
not like in terms of quality,
Oh,
but
Like dark
Okay.
and bad. Like the Joker.
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Walking
yeah.
Phoenix Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that dark.
yeah, like I think people said the same things about that movie, honestly.
Really?
But yeah, they said it was really dark, and I was like super Marvel guy at the time, so I was like, I'm not seeing a Batman movie. That's dumb. I only watch the Marvel ones. And so that year, after it had been in theaters and everything, and then it came out on DVD, we rented it,
Mm-hmm.
and holy crap, it blew my mind. It was amazing.
It's so
It's such
good.
good-
And I remember we watched it on New Year's Eve, and I remember just like at the end of that, like having chills, like when you see him going up the thing, like he's the perfect Batman. It's so freaking
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this movie at length at this point, but
We love this.
Throwback to our sequel episode.
yeah,
Yep.
seriously. But yeah, I seriously misjudged that one. Like it.
Oh man. it's a
I'm
good
really kind of sad that I never saw it in theaters, but maybe with everything that's going on, they'll have it in
You'll have a
theaters.
chance.
Let's
Yeah,
do
it'd be my chance to finally do it.
it. Nice.
Daniel?
Is it my turn?
No.
one. We're done. Okay, see you later, everybody.
Everybody,
See ya, guys.
No, it's funny because you've kind of mentioned a couple of mine as well,
Okay.
Drake. So I'll like touch on them a little bit. But as like right before you mentioned Star Wars Clone Wars,
Yeah.
I thought of Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, really?
So I thought about the other show. So
Oh,
kind
man.
of similar.
Did you watch it all the way through?
No, I have not yet.
Okay.
But that was a show that I was a little bit more hyped for because Clone Wars was so like really good.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, Rebels should be really like good as well. But,
Yeah.
But then I watched it and I've gotten to, I think I'm still in either the first or second season, and it is not that great.
Oh man.
That's what I've heard. I think
That's depressing.
someone said that it like gets kind of better and it has its own good moments, but
Right.
it's not. It's nowhere near as good as
Yeah,
Clone Wars.
because in the second season, Darth Vader comes in, becomes like the big bad, and then eventually Darth Maul returns.
Is it
Hmm.
James Earl Jones for Darth Vader?
Yes, even James
wow.
Earl Jones came back.
That's
to voice
pretty
him.
sick.
That is actually pretty good.
But I've already like YouTubed those scenes,
Oh yeah.
like all of those, just so I can catch up.
I know.
But
I know there's some stuff like that's spoilers for Clone Wars in there, so I haven't really researched it at all
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
just
yeah.
want to like watch them. But
But the problem I have is just the characters themselves. Like apart from like Darth Vader, Darth Maul, and some of the other characters they bring in from Clone Wars, like the actual characters, the Star Wars Rebels, are just so bad. They're so boring.
Jeez.
They're not. I don't like them. I don't like any of them. maybe one of them.
Who?
The main Jedi guy.
Kanan?
Kanan. I don't even remember.
I've only watched like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any. So
He's fine, but like the kid, I hate him. He's annoying. He's a brat. Like he's like early Ahsoka, but I heard he doesn't get any better.
Huh.
Like where Ahsoka was very annoying in the beginning, like but she got better.
You felt that way with Ahsoka? I never felt that she was annoying.
I
She was
felt
like-
the same.
You did?
Yeah.
She was a little.
I like her. She's like, she just like, even though she's like a strictly like Clone Wars character, she like fits in so well.
No, she does. They really like did a good job with her.
But
as
this
she
guy,
progresses.
huh?
But yeah,
Sucks.
this guy just doesn't do it for me.
It's too bad because I feel like the time frame between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope is like the best time frame for Star Wars content because it's like the stuff you know the least about. Like you don't know what happened there, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
kind of
true.
cool to explore. But
Right. But yeah, it just didn't do it for me, and so I stopped watching. Just wasn't interested anymore. And,
It's too bad.
And maybe it is really good. Like later on, it's just not. It didn't grab me in the first season, so that's
Interesting.
That's Star Wars Rebels.
Good to know.
The second thing I was gonna mention was anime, actually.
yeah,
So sorry, Tanner.
well,
I'll
so
be out on this one. Bye.
Bye.
were you like super against anime before?
I
I
was super against anime.
Like me.
I was Tanner right now.
Yeah.
Like I mean I watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
You mean
and
uncultured? Oh.
Well, I wasn't in the room. What was going on?
Got him.
Well, I think everyone watched Pokemon.
Yeah, like I watched those.
And you watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I watched
in the very
Yu-Gi-Oh.
beginnings. I don't count that, but like I couldn't get into Dragon Ball Z. Like,
Yeah.
that was,
I couldn't
Me
either.
neither.
and my cousin showed me One Piece one time.
Oh, really?
And I was like, this is stupid. I
Uh-huh.
can't get into this. And you know, there was Naruto, but like back then it was like super geeky. To
Oh
be,
yeah,
like, a
dude.
Naruto
Do you
fan.
remember like seeing all the weirdos with the freaking things?
And they would
on
do like the
their head?
Naruto run. And
Yeah.
you'd be like, yeah, I ain't watching that.
That's
Like-
how I feel. I still feel that way about Naruto. Honestly.
Right. Yeah. Me too. Like it was just so bad. So I just kind of thought that's all anime. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's just this dorky, like geeky crap.
Yeah.
But I had a roommate several years ago that was just really into anime, and he's like, you gotta watch. I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch it. And then finally he said, okay, watch one episode of this anime, and you won't have to watch it ever again.
Attack on Titan.
And it was Attack on Titan.
Oh, I was right.
Yeah,
Dang.
episode 1 got me hooked, and I was like,
See, that's one of the first ones I watched too, because I liked like big monster stuff. So I
that was
heard
that giant one.
Yeah.
They're Inside Out. One was Inside
Sure.
Out.
Oh yeah, they it's the Colossal.
oh
Titan.
yeah, that one.
Okay.
I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it like that first episode
It's
does
really
grab
dramatic.
you. Yeah,
It's crazy.
It's very dramatic, very bloody, very violent. So it's definitely not for everyone if you're not into that. But it does really well of like grabbing you
It
in
has
and like
a lot of twists and turns.
yes,
too.
lots of cliffhangers, lots of twists, like just to get you like so invested in this world and this story.
Dang.
Okay, I have a confession to make. I did actually kind of like that show.
Whoa!
What do you
Oh yeah, because you
mean?
watched it with me, John, and Everett a couple times.
Yeah.
right?
You did?
Well, it would just be.
What the heck?
It wouldn't be.
Drake is so happy right now.
It wasn't me like I
You
wasn't.
monster! You were lying all this time.
I honestly still don't like anime that much, but and I never went out to like turn it on and
Yeah.
watch it. But it was like
Fun to watch.
I would just come in and they'd be watching it because it would be at the house that I lived at, and so I was just like, I didn't want to just sit in my room and do nothing,
Yeah.
so I'd go in there and hang out and watch it. And yeah, I agree, it was interesting. Some episodes that I watched, the only problem is they would watch an insane amount.
Oh yeah.
And so then
You wouldn't be able to catch up.
Yeah, so then it's like I come in for one episode, and
You're
then
like,
the next,
"What is happening?"
yeah, then it was like 20 episodes later, it's something completely different.
That's a really good starter one though.
It
I
is.
feel like if someone
Yeah. I feel
wants
like
to
it
get
is.
into anime, that's like that's the one to start with. I
well,
think.
and I think Death Note too is
Yeah, Death
because
Note.
Death Note also solidified like not all anime is about like goofy kawaii like over sexualized like men and women like that's what
Yeah.
I thought was
Well,
anime.
Misa's a little, she's a
Yeah,
little.
true, but not like how it usually is.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, her specifically is more like
right.
it's kind
She's
of
very tame.
she's just like an idiot.
Yeah.
That's what it's trying to show you. But yeah, I feel like Death Note's a good starter too. Like even my wife who doesn't care for anime at all, she loved it. Like
Yeah.
we watched it together and she was like, she loved it,
Mhm.
and watched the whole thing with me. So
Yeah, Death Note is really good. And then it got me picking up One Punch Man and Sword Art Online, which I feel like One Punch Man is definitely more of the anime like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But it's got some funny stuff in it. And then Sword Art Online is very anime.
that one's very much like the what's the
Yeah.
word? The stereotypes.
Stereotype anime, and like it's still not as bad, but it does.
That's like
traverse
big
into, like,
stereotype one.
yeah.
But yeah, those are good ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, if someone's like, man, I wish I could watch that anime stuff, Attack on Titan or Death
Yes.
Note is
Yes.
a good way to start.
Yeah,
And also, like, my whole thing with anime is I like good stories. I don't care where it comes from
Mhm.
or what medium it's in. I just like good stories, so I'll watch that stuff. And I like
Yeah.
cartoons anyway, so whatever.
And it's really cool because I feel like Death Note especially showed me that too. Like good shows or good stories can come from anywhere.
Yeah.
And
It's not exclusively like The Office or
now it might not be in the style that everyone likes. Like Tanner, you may not like it. Like that's totally fine. But it is very capable. It showed me. That's what it showed me.
Yeah,
and
me
that's what
too.
impressed
Yeah.
me the most. So that was one of them. The other one was actually The Office. So for the longest time, I did not watch The Office.
Did you watch it after it came out?
No.
Oh.
So it was like years after it came out. Like I think it was like at its prime when I was in like middle school and high school. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone was talking about
'Cause
it.
you watched it on TV, right? So did I.
Yeah, I remember my first episode I actually watched was in a like U.S. civilization class in
Oh, really?
in my 8th grade class, or I think it was 9th grade class.
I watched it with my parents like every Thursday or whatever.
Wow.
But yeah, then after that though, I did start watching it like every week with my parent, like my whole family. We would just sit down and watch it on Thursday night.
So
But,
I don't know what was wrong with me because people like some friends that I had would show me The Office.
Yeah.
Like even at places I worked would show me The Office. I was just like, it was funny, but I was like, no. But then like it was after I graduated, I finally sat down. I'm like, I'm watching The Office. So I watched it and I was like, oh, this show is so good. I was like, why was I being such a pill about it? But it was so good.
It is.
When you graduated, like
High school.
high
sorry.
school,
Yeah.
okay. I was like,
Not college.
after you like graduate like college, it's like sweet. Now I can waste my time watching The Office.
I got my
That's fine.
degree.
Because I honestly wasted a lot of my time in college watching The Office. I had a friend that would just sit there and watch The Office.
That's a good one to turn your brain off. To,
yeah.
though.
Oh, it's so good.
It is good.
Yeah.
But I will say the first season is a drag.
It is.
But
It's only
after
6
that,
episodes
yeah.
though,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Yeah. And then the last one I'll touch a little bit on is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Ooh.
I've actually
That
heard.
is a freaking good
I've
show.
heard the last season is like some of the best stuff ever.
Okay,
I haven't gotten to the last season.
I haven't
yet, but
watched
yeah.
the last like 2 or 3 seasons, but so that was on TV when I was in Russia, so I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
And then I came back, and my family was like, "Yo, they made a show after that Avengers movie, and it's like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D." And I was like, "Whoa, they actually
Yeah.
did that? That's
Yeah.
crazy."
Mhm.
And the first like couple seasons, it's kind of like standard.
So bad.
Yeah, I heard
It's not
that
great,
It's not good.
But
not.
they like get in their own rhythm, and it's so
Yeah.
freaking good. And they do like some crazy stuff. I don't even want to say it because it'll ruin stuff for you.
It does.
But it's like they they really use those characters, and they bring back Phil from the Avengers,
Right.
and they like have a whole storyline of why he's still alive.
It's so good. Like the first few seasons, I agree. It's like they were really trying to figure out what they wanted to do with this series because it was like during. A lot of the places they were at were taking place during like the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So, you know, like it was like, oh, the aftermath of Thor 2.
It's cool though, because like
Avengers.
after the movies would come out, the show would change like because of the movie. So it'd be like
when Shield fell.
Yeah.
Like that
like
was a huge
it destroyed the show. Like, but they
Interesting.
had to like come up with their own ideas for like why they still exist. It was freaking cool.
But they did it in such a good way.
And
too.
and they even have like an
Yeah.
episode, I think, like when that movie came out, the episode aired where it was like showing the helicarriers coming down and like Shield being destroyed. You'd like it, I think.
I've been hearing so much about it on different like podcasts I listen to, and now that you guys are talking about it, like I was already
It's a
planning on watching it, but no, like now I'm really gonna actually watch it. But my question for you is, what season should I start with?
Just start
I
with
mean,
the first one. I
You
don't.
should
even
start
though
with the first one.
even
'cause-
though it's gonna be crappy.
yeah.
It's not like total garbage. I wouldn't say, but
It
it's
is a
just not.
drag.
It's not as
'Cause
good
I've-
as the other ones.
That's the thing is I've heard it's just not that good, and so
You just got to get through that first season because that introduces you to like all the characters like that
and-
you're gonna spend the whole time with.
And those
watch it.
introductions are important.
So watch
Yeah, they are.
the first like season and then skip the second. No, I'm just kidding. I'll
Just watch the whole show.
You gotta
I'll just
watch the
fight
whole
it
one.
through it all.
There's
I guess.
the most recent season that's on Netflix. I, for some reason, have not been able to finish just because like I'll be watching it and then I fall asleep or something.
See, I wish I could like ask you which season that is, but I feel like that's
Yeah, it's spoilery.
It's like
It gets so good. It's like weird, and also they do like some stupid stuff, like some weird fake sciencey stuff, but also like it's so good though.
yeah, no, it is really good.
They do their own thing.
Yeah.
Like at one point they realize, oh, we don't really have to do everything like according to what the movies
exactly.
do. We're just gonna do our own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what really like set them off. And you love all the characters. Like each of the characters are so good.
Yeah.
And you love all the characters.
Especially Fitz and
Fitz and Simmons.
Simmons.
Yeah.
So where can I watch this?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Boy.
It's all on Netflix.
I think it's on Hulu.
Oh yeah, it's on Hulu. But the thing with Hulu is like you need to be caught up to watch it because they'll delete those episodes, like the new episodes.
Oh.
I didn't
It's
know that.
weird.
But
I know they have like weird
but
contracts with different
Yeah,
people.
they
and
end
all
up
that,
putting
so.
it on Netflix anyway. So
Okay.
whatever.
yeah, I haven't watched the last season mostly because it came out after the events of Endgame.
Yeah.
And so because of that, they kind of had already created the season and didn't know
They
how
had
the
to like
movie
do
was
their
going
own
to
thing,
end.
I guess.
So they're like, oh, because they didn't realize that there was like this time frame from when like Thanos snapped.
Oh.
And so they just kind of assumed, oh, well, the Avengers will fix everything. So like the events that are happening within Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are like a year after the supposed snap.
Oh.
So the events, but like because Endgame was like actually everything happened 5 years, like everything was resolved 5 years after.
They
the
do
snap.
really good stuff though, and
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but it's good. Everyone should watch that show. It's weird when you like watch it and you're like, wow, this is such a hidden gem. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, it's really good. But yeah, that's my list of things that I mistook and misjudged, and were actually really good or either really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I like it.
But I'll tell you a show that frickin' sucks no matter what. And you should never
SpongeBob.
watch it, Daniel, because it's an anime thing. Never watch Neon Genesis Evangelion. That show sucks.
Good
Well,
to know.
You've said that multiple times now. So.
I know. It's just like it like wasted so much of my time, and it
Okay.
got really hyped up that it got hyped up to me because everyone said it's like the best anime there is.
Good to know.
And it's not even close.
I'll remember that. Never watch that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not gonna watch any anime anyway. So next
Cool
time
guy.
we're gonna have a guest with us. So
Yeet.
it'll be
yeah,
pretty
boy.
exciting. But go ahead and tell us, you listeners, what you think was So what movies? Man, I'm horrible at saying this stuff.
What movies did you misjudge? Shows,
Yeah,
movie
what shows,
and
movies
movies.
that you misjudged, you didn't like, you did like? Just let us know pop us in the DMs or
In the DMs, boy.
Pop.
pop pop.
I like when he's like, pop. And he's like, what was he gonna say? From Community.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Oh man, and I found out the origin of why he started saying pop.
The
pop.
balloons.
Those the balloons.
Pop, pop.
Pop pop.
Anyway, give
Remember
us
to say
somewhat
original.
Hey friends, if you had a good time listening to us, you can leave us a 5-star review on Spotify. We'd really appreciate that. Or on Apple or wherever you listen to podcasts. Also make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube at Somewhat Original Podcast. And remember, just because Tanner doesn't like anime doesn't mean it isn't great. Scooby-Dooby-Doo,
And then
where are you? We got some work to do now.
Wait.
Rewind.